Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little bit since I recorded a video and posted one, so that's because I've been super busy. Yay! Woohoo! That's really good. Today's video is going to be just a short warm-up sketch. I have been doing warm-up sketches. I've just been really busy to edit video and post it. However, today is kind of one of those moments whenever you have to kind of look at what you're doing and slow down a little bit. As artists and illustrators and freelancers especially, we always want to have work coming in, and that's a good thing. Excuse me. However, if you allow that to really build up and just be something that you don't really enjoy anymore, then it becomes a task and a job. So that being said, I've had a lot of work come in, which is fantastic. However, sometimes you just need to stop a moment because you want to give each particular job 100%. And if you're spread really thin across such a broad spectrum of jobs, a lot of times you don't have that focus. So what I like to do a lot of times, if I have a lot of work and it's really piled up and behind, or if it's just really piled up, I like to take a moment and I like to really just settle down, take a breath, take a moment, do something I really enjoy, and get back on the horse, get really focused, wrap up the projects, and give those particular clients and those people the 100% that they hired you for. So just to give you guys an update, I am working on a children's book, and I have been doing a couple things via social media. However, there will be a posting here within the next 2 weeks that will really give you an insight as to exactly what I've been working on. I've been working on environments and character design and pages for this particular book. For some of you guys who follow me, the name of the book I believe is going to be called Buddy Pegs. The client is currently working on some of the content development. So whenever that gets posted, I'll be posting not only videos but also some of the character design videos and environment videos, and also some links down to the Kickstarter, because it's going to be a Kickstarter funded book. So hopefully you guys will see that and see some of the artwork that I've been working on, and go support Buddy Pegs. It's a great company. They're really focused on health for children and development of the concept that kids need to be outside and enjoying the world. And the bicycle is one of those things that can be the delivery device. And I can remember as a kid, I really loved riding my bike. And even to this day, you guys know that I go trail riding probably 25 to 30 miles a week. So anyway, not to talk too long, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's sketch. The subject matter is going to be turtles, because turtles, it's slow and steady. That's what turtles do. They get there. They don't sprint and wear out. They don't blow themselves out and fail. It is a slow and steady pace, and that's kind of the philosophy that I have. It's not so much slow, because everything in my world is really fast, but I think that a lot of times, we go really, really fast, and then you look around and suddenly 5, 7, 10 years have passed, and you don't realize where you are. So that's what I'm doing. I'm slowing it down just a little bit today. Going to do some traditional illustration, character design, and today is turtles. So enjoy. Okay, so I went shopping. Yeah! Some of you guys have wondered what pens I use. Here's the brand name, Kuretake. I believe that's the way you say it. I got it at a place called Hobby Lobby, and it was for $5 for this one pen. I'm sure you can go on to Jet Pens and get the same particular pen. Obviously, it's packaged like this. I wanted to show it in the packaging. I've got a lot of these pens, and what makes these pens really great, we're going to open it really quick, is the pen itself. The barrel itself is so nice. It's got these little hanging things. I'm sure you could probably hang them on a hook or something. But it's got a rubberized barrel sleeve, which is really nice, and you can look through. It's got a transparent top, and the pen itself is just absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the the tip itself is just absolutely wonderful. It comes in different tips. That's a detail pen. You know, you've got brush. Well, that's probably the same pen right there. Sorry about that. You've got brush pins. And these are great for inking. I've got a myriad of pens. You know, this particular pen is from jetpens.com. And no, they are not a sponsor. And this is a fantastic pen. This has a real nice brush quality that definitely would cater to foliage. So, and then I got these pens right here because I really was interested in this center pen. Not so much the pen over here or the pen right here. This center pen is what really interests me. Also waterproof. Very important you guys get waterproof or you know, permanent, because whenever you start inking and you use these Copic markers, they're alcohol based and they will actually smear the black ink if you don't get the right kind of pen. So always remember that. And of course, you know, I had to buy some color pencils and, you know, again, you know, I'm trying these brush markers, not too sure about these. And then I got, darn it, it's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, you guys get the gist. So today, turtles. We're working on turtles. I love turtles. I like turtles not only because they are basic shapes. I mean, you have, excuse me, still working on my allergies. Somebody else have allergies? I mean, here in Florida, it is absolutely ridiculous. I've been using a medicine for my allergies called Allegra for a long while, and I read the side effects of Allegra, and they kind of scared me. They're like, if you are male, you will gain weight and you'll be depressed. And I'm like, hold on. I'm not too keen on either one of those. So I stopped taking it, and, you know, of course, allergies came back because I used a different kind of, here, let's do this. Here I'm talking about something completely unrelated. So I use Clarida. I know some people use Clarida, some people use Zyrtec, some people use Allegra, blah, blah, blah. Either way, find the one that works for you if you have allergies. You know, and then you get the people that are like, your allergies are akin to the food that you eat. Just have some local honey. Darling, have some local honey. Every time I hear that, I just want to go, really? You're going to tell me that honey is going to completely change the histamine reaction of my body? I don't know. Whatever. So I'm not gonna knock those herbalists or anything like that. So turtles. I love turtles. I love turtles because not only their shapes, but I like the expressions you can give them. Of course, you can do that with pretty much any kind of animal. I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? So the children's book that I'm working on, Buddy Pegs, is absolutely incredible. It's going to be fantastic. I am so excited. I've been using a program called Rebel, and you guys have seen me review this particular program. And let me tell you something. There aren't too many programs in the world that I really could care two squirts about. And Rebel is turning out to be something spectacular. I love the program, excuse me, almost as much as I like a program like Photoshop. Photoshop is kind of like the industry standard because, you know, it's been around for so long, it can do so much, you can, you know, the brushes. And the thing is whenever you work in an industry like mine, you have to find the, you know, the system that works the best for you in the speed that you can, you know, work the quickest in, because speed is, you know, time is money. So this is kind of the turtle head. Turtle. He's got a shell that comes around here. He's like, what? I can't go that fast. There you go. And Rebel is great because not only was it pretty inexpensive, I mean, they had an introductory price, pretty cheap, but they also They had an update, which unfortunately I had to pay for, which I didn't particularly like. You update the program, dude, that has significant features. Don't freaking charge me for it. That's what I didn't like. However, the book is going to be awesome. I'm super excited. Watercolor has never been one of my favorite things. We're going to use our new pen. New pen action. Whoop, 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 new pen. Uh-oh. So let's look at this. FB, BB, and MB. So I said I wanted the MB, so we're going to go and we're going to use him first. These are made by Pigma. MB, that's the designation similar to probably pencils that have HB. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you don't care. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to come down here. Oh, I like this pen a lot. Two, whenever you guys are inking, you need to have some freedom. I had said before, and she actually, the girl that I had mentioned before being very stiff, she watches my videos, and she's like, were you talking about me? I think you were talking about me. And I was like, yes, I actually was. I was talking about you. And the thing is whenever you guys ink, you need to have a little bit of freedom. We're so, it's ink. I have to make my line absolutely perfect. The problem with that is whenever you make your line perfect, it's perfect. It doesn't have that character that you want to bring out and that life. Have a little bit of mess ups here and there, Think in terms of stroke. Don't think in terms of 2 millimeters or 2 centimeters. Think in terms of stroke. Have a little bit of life. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, this particular girl, she's a traditional, not traditional, she's a 3D animator. And you guys know how I feel about 3D animators. I love 3D animation. However, a lot of times a 3D animator doesn't know how to draw and express things in a two-dimensional world because they've transferred over directly into that three-dimensional world. And it's like, why would I? Why would I do that? I don't really care about 2 dimensions. However, that two-dimensional facet allows you to really understand how 3 dimensions works, because if you understand the two-dimensional world and you're able to translate into 3 dimensions, it gives you a completely different viewpoint. Anyway, drawing's just fun. So give him a little tongue. Comes out. So school is officially over here in Central Florida. I am no longer teaching here in Central Florida. I'm also got some pretty big news that I'll be announcing on my next video that I think you guys will love. But until then, you just have to wait. You just have to tune back. Okay, so should I do some color? Maybe I'll do another little sketch right here, really quick. Kind of like a character model sheet. Excuse me. So, yeah, definitely tune back here in the next 2 weeks for some Buddy Peg stuff. Very, very fun. Buddy Pegs is basically a company, like I indicated, that is focusing on the health and well-being of children through storytelling using bicycles as the delivery device. Now, how do you do that? Well, the people that wrote and came up with the story concept decided to, and I can say this because they already have an existing book out called B is for Bicycles. And if you guys can, go on to Amazon.com and check that out because it is a fantastic read, especially with your kids. They had a couple dogs that were really huge parts of their lives. And you know, of course, dogs don't live forever. Unfortunately, I wish they did. And the gentleman, because it's a married couple, Scott and Janine Fitzgerald. It's a very interesting story. If you guys get the opportunity, you definitely need to check them out. You know, they had a couple dogs, and to honor and tell the story of the love for their animals, they included them in their story concept. And the main focus basically are these two dogs, Wrigley and Watson. Wrigley being the female, Watson being the male. And it's a Dalmatian. Watson is the Dalmatian. And Wrigley is the, I believe she's a German Shepherd, possibly German Shepherd Labrador mix. Not really a mutt, but she's beautiful. Just a really black, completely black, with a little bit of brown. Anyway, I digress. What I'm trying to basically say is their story concept is fantastic because they're creating this whole world that these two dogs live in, and they, you know, they want to open this bike shop, and there's some stuff that happens, and it's a great story. So I'm very excited to share it with you guys, and of course, me being the illustrator of it, I want to promote it to you guys, but also I don't promote stuff unless I believe in it, and I really believe in this story concept. So anyway, that being said, and just so whenever you guys do stuff like this, thinking three-dimensionally and thinking about volumes and surfaces and forms is something that always you need to think about. However, don't look at all these rules and think you still can't. Let's do a little expression here. Huh? Okay. And don't think you can't have fun. You know, of course there's going to be rules. Of course there's going to be things that you need to consider whenever you do artwork. However, you need to really have fun. So, okay, we'll do one more right here. if I can get this in. I don't know. Okay. All right. Hey guys, I made it. All right. All right. Here, and then we got this thing goes here, here. La 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 la. Turtles. Might do one more here, really quick. I'm gonna try to do a stream as well. You know, a really just something new. You know what he needs? He needs a bow tie. That's what he needs. Right here. He's got it right here. Slowing it down a little bit. Going traditional, baby. Using the pen and ink and the paper. Love pen and ink. Love using traditional. I like using traditional because it's just the feeling of the instrument in your hand. Now, of course, I have a stylus. Of course, I have that capability to do digital illustration. And honestly, there is a time and a place because have some people that are solely digital and don't pick up pen, pencil, or paper. What I love about this is just, it feels so nice. Because I do most of my concept work digitally. And, there is a remove, and a remove being because even though it is pressure sensitive, and you have that rendering engine that emulates the texture and the style, or not the style, the texture and the feeling of traditional drawing, but there is nothing like traditional drawing. Do I have the capability to change things as easily? No. There is a polished look to digital illustration that I think is good, but on the other hand, this particular way of doing things, to me, is so natural. And whenever you're done, you have a tangible piece of artwork. Now you can say, well, I can just print it out. Yeah, but it's not the same. Yesterday on my last day of class, I gave out a original, Michael Clarida original, to every single student in the class. And let me tell you something, that really, really made a difference in those guys' day, because, all throughout the year, they watched me draw something, because I'd typically do a demo in class, or, they'd watch my videos, or blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but I was able to, give that tangible drawing, and I signed it, of course, not that I'm going to be famous or anything. I don't really care about that. Yeah, here we go. Little scala-doos here and there. And they really enjoyed it. And I loved that I could give them that. I gave him some original of my Disney sketches that I had done for Disney. And it was just a really, really great moment for those kids, and they'll treasure that, I'm sure. Of course, I had some students, I couldn't believe this. I gave it to one student. It was a sketch of Tigger. I think I showed it on my channel. And she immediately took it and she marked on it. She drew a bunch of lines on it. And I'm like, oh, well, whatever. And I don't understand why people do that. Whatever. It's your drawing. You can do whatever you want. Anyway, these are turtles. I'm going to go and put you on time lapse. I'm going to go ahead and color these in. So if you liked what you saw, please, subscribe, like, or whatever. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is cool. I know I've been saying that for about 4 weeks. But we're right at about 950. If we can get that up to 1,000, hopefully I can start doing a little bit more robust content for you guys. So anyway, enjoy, and remember, don't get too overloaded. And if you do, stop. Look around, take a breath, and slow things down a little bit. You don't need to work yourself to death. That's what my wife says. You don't need to work all the time. And I don't. Enjoy life. Anyway, thanks you guys, and enjoy the time lapse. Bye.